Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Nerdy Network News. I'm here with my co-hosts Chris and Jesse. How are you guys doing today?
What's up, man?
And then,
I'm pretty good, man.
And then of course it's Pablo with you guys as always. We're here talking about all things nerdy, all things networky, and of course the news. And it's a rainy day today, and it's Chris's birthday today as well. October 30th, right? No, when was your birthday, Chris?
Today.
Yeah, today, October 30th. Happy birthday to Chris.
Thank you.
Turn up.
So we're gonna turn up after this. We're gonna go get some beers. We're gonna go to a lot of places I can't mention on these videos, and we're gonna have some fun. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with today's news. So first of all, let's start with the small news. I want to say congratulations to Nintendo. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer has sold 2 million copies, so that's pretty good for Nintendo. And Super Mario Maker has sold 1.8 million. So.
Ain't that Animal Crossing like the one of the few games that came out for the GameCube or whatever? Like
it came out for the GameCube, and then I don't remember if it was a launch title, but it came out for the GameCube.
Yeah, the launch title, one of those things.
But it's been going strong ever since, and then
really?
yeah,
That just died off, you know.
Well, but yeah, pretty much. If it rode a wave, and then like if you aren't really into it, you kind of forgot about it. I mean, I haven't played Animal Crossing ever in my life, but I know what it is. But yeah. So in Super Mario Maker, which came out in September, almost 2 million copies. Congratulations to that. And Nintendo also said that their Nintendo Direct videos will return starting in 2015. They didn't say when, but they'll start doing that again. So that's pretty cool, seeing as that's their way kind of updating people on the news that happens at Nintendo. And then of course, Games with Gold came out for November. Numa Breath of Life and Night Squad for the Xbox One. Dirt 3 and Dungeon Siege 3 for the 360, and of course, all Xbox Ones are now backwards compatible, so that means that Dirt 3 and Dungeon Siege 3 are going to be available for the Xbox One as well. So there you go, guys. And then the PlayStation Plus games are coming out as well. Walking Dead Season 2 for the PlayStation 4. Magicka 2 for the PlayStation 4. Dragonfin Soup for the PlayStation 4 and Vita. For the PlayStation 3, you got Mass Effect 2 and Beyond Good and Evil, the HD remake. And then Invisible, free on the Vita. And those are the small news for this week. But let's go ahead and jump into the first topic of the day, and that is the Paris Games Week. Happened this week. A lot of reveals from Sony, a lot of stuff going on. You know, they showed a Star Wars Battlefront trailer, which showed the 3 new heroes: Leia, Han Solo, and Emperor Palpatine. So you know, EA has got some good reviews from Star Wars Battlefront. Street Fighter 5. They showed a reveal trailer for I don't know how to pronounce his name. Dahalsim, the guy that stretches.
Oh, Dasalim, whatever.
Yeah, the guy that stretches and blows fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be back for Street Fighter 5, and then of course Street Fighter 5 is console exclusive for the PlayStation 4 only, and it's coming
really?
Yeah,
that kind of sucks.
and it's coming to the PC as well, but not the Xbox or the Wii or the Wii U.
I expect it to be on the Xbox.
And then they also announced that 6 characters DLC for the future, unnamed characters. But let's talk about this a little bit. I kind of like the way Capcom is going, because Capcom was one of those guys that like had horrible DLC plans, and the way this is gonna go is like if you play the game long enough, you get everything for free. So that's you know what I mean? It's kind of an unlockable instead of a DLC thing.
So if you play it long enough, like if you play a certain amount of hours.
Yeah, like a certain amount of hours, you instead of paying for them, you get them for free.
Oh, really?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of like that Capcom's doing that, because you know, Capcom was the guys that had on disc DLC.
Yeah.
And people didn't like that a lot, so I'm kind of like the route that they're going here with.
Real quick, is there going to be if you don't put in the hours, is there a chance that you go buy it?
Yeah, there's a microtransaction.
Okay, so there's the microtransaction, but
I mean, you can get them for free as long as you.
I mean, hopefully this is the type of thing you just leave the game on the pause menu.
Hey, you know, maybe.
It probably have to be through the rewards. You know how you can unlock achievements and
Yeah,
shit?
probably something like that. Who knows? As far as they go, I think they said as long as you play long enough. So I don't know. I remember back in Smash Bros. Melee, Mewtwo, you have to play like a certain amount of hours.
Yeah.
So you just leave the GameCube on, and the game would keep on running, and he'd unlock eventually after running it a certain amount of hours. So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna go that way, or maybe you have to like in game like play hours, like fighting kind of thing. So who knows? Tekken 7. Speaking of another fighting game, they also announced Tekken 7 for the PlayStation 4. That is coming, I believe, for the Xbox as well. I'm not too sure about that. I got to double check. But they did say that the Tekken 7 will support VR.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you get punched in the face?
Yeah, that's. How do you think a fighting game works on VR?
You tell your mom to stay 6 feet back. That's how
Good.
it works.
Yeah, good thing. But like, can you imagine how that would work? Like, are you gonna be facing the other fighter, or like, are you gonna have like a different perspective, like maybe like a spectator, like watching like a fight live or something? Like, how do you think that would work in a virtual reality fighting game?
I have no idea.
Because I mean, if you put on the VR and you're like the person watching the fighter, so like we square up like face to face, it's gonna be kind of weird. I think with the controller, having to play with the controller, because it's not gonna feel as natural, I think. So how would you implement? And then they also said there's gonna be like exclusive content for virtual reality. So I don't know how that works. How would you, like, do you look down and you see your feet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, what's going to go on with this virtual reality? I mean, I have no idea. Like, my mind can, like, comprehend something that would work. Like, I can think of ideas, but I don't know if they will work on virtual reality fighting games. Especially a game like Tekken.
Well, maybe they could add like those little gloves like you see in the movies. So a movie was there's a kid with these gloves and you try to box.
I mean, like, I don't know. It just seems weird to me in general, the idea of a fighting game on virtual reality. It doesn't. I like the idea. I like the idea of like being able to go in there and like fight people. But just how will it work? How will it feel?
Well, it sounds kind of stupid putting on this helmet and sitting on your couch and using your controller.
Yeah, you see what I mean? So like, is this going to be force you to use like the PlayStation moves? Is that what you're going to have to do?
Well, I think they should implement something more like the Kinect.
Like the Kinect?
With the helmet, and maybe go into a first-person standpoint, limiting the movement.
I don't think Sony would want to go the Kinect way, especially seeing how Xbox isn't doing so well with the Kinect.
But if they want to implement this technology,
I mean, that's why the PlayStation Move is there, though.
Yeah, the PlayStation Move, you gotta hold the wand just like the Wii.
Yeah, it's like two. So, but I mean, it tracks it. So I mean, I think it's easier than having to like have the camera sense. Like, what if you got bad lighting and everything in your room, and then you're trying to do the connecting?
And another thing is doing special moves. It might be a little.
Yeah. See, so like, how do you implement all that into virtual reality? So that's a question that kind of stands out to the viewer. You know what I mean? So, and then next up, they showed Boundless, which is like a Minecraft game. It's pretty cool. Like from the trailer, if you watch the trailer, it's like this guy walks into a universe. And then they have like portals, and like you walk down like this hall, and then you'll see one world, and then you see another world, and then you see people coming in and out of a world and doing stuff. But it's really like a Minecraft kind of game. So you get to like build and create. So basically, it seems pretty cool. I don't know if any people who play Minecraft will jump over, but it seems pretty cool. And No Man's Sky, a game a lot of people are hyped for.
That's awesome.
You like it?
Yes.
I personally,
It's a PS4, right?
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Infinite. What was it? Infinite space and.
Yeah, and like to supposedly have like different worlds, like no planet will ever repeat or something like that.
Yeah, never be the same.
Yeah, that's kind of idea. That's what they're going for.
You can land on these planets, and that just sounds like a huge adventure game.
Yeah, it does, and I think that supports VR as well.
Okay, I can see that. You're in a cockpit.
Yeah, that's a game I could see like on VR, but like a fighting game.
Yeah, I think you also get out of your ship and explore the planet.
Yeah, you can go around. There's like a kind of like a shooter takes control.
So the trailer, there's like purple water and huge land animals.
Yeah, and so, and that they had a release window, June 2016. You know, that's good to hear because it's been delayed multiple times. So who knows if that's the official thing. They showed Matterfall, which Chris, you thought was a weird kind of looking game. Ratchet and Clank, they showed that off as well. I'm looking forward to Ratchet and Clank.
And then like a PlayStation exclusive, or you know.
Mm-hmm. Drive Club Bites, which is like I think it's a DLC kind of thing. Bloodborne: The Old Hunter, the expansion. They showed Horizon Zero Dawn, which they showed off gameplay footage. They really didn't show any trailer, but it really looked. If you saw the TGS one, it kind of looks like the Tokyo Gaming Show one. They just modded it a little bit, showed different stuff. Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Until Dawn Rush of Blood, which will also support the VR, the horror game. Robinson's Journey, which will also support VR as well, and then Detroit Become Human, which is the anticipated game by Quantic Dreams. They showed Wild. They showed Gravity Rush 2 and a game called Dream. So, out of all those games, which ones are you most excited for?
What's Dream about? It sounds pretty.
It's a weird game.
Sci-fi-ish.
No, it's literally like you're in someone's dream.
The fuck?
It's like some type Freddy Krueger type stuff.
Yeah, kind of. It's some weird stuff. It's one of those really artistic kind of games that have weird things that go with it, weird elements. It's kind of weird. You use if you have a PlayStation 4, you use the light to kind of guide your stuff around, because the PlayStation 4 has that light on the back of the controller, and you kind of use that to move stuff. It's a weird game, and I mean it looks okay, but it's just weird. I don't know. It's kind of stuff, but I don't know. Chris, you said you were excited for Tekken 7.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You sent me a text about that.
I sent you a text saying I was excited by Detroit being human.
I got the text on my phone. I can show you right
You
now.
can show it to me now.
I can show it to you right now. Watch.
I just said I liked the trailer.
No, you said that
I
was
was like, what the hell? Is it going to include all the originals?
Hold on, I got the text from you. Where is it?
Let's read the text about, what was the game? Matterfall?
Matterfall?
Yeah,
No,
let's read that one.
No, I'm not gonna read that one. But where is it?
I think the people need to hear about this.
No, I watched them all. I picked my favorite. It's Tekken.
I meant to say Detroit.
You said Tekken. That's a way off. Tekken in Detroit makes no sense at all. You can't even mix that up.
I forgot to put it, then I was going to put this Tekken include the classic.
Nah, you said Tekken. Well, okay, so you're excited for Detroit, Become Human, and that's the one I'm personally excited for myself. So it looks amazing, right?
It looks too good.
It looks amazing. The graphics and everything that come.
Just everything. There's so much they could do with that story.
Yeah, that is. Especially, question is is it gonna go the heavy rainfall kind of gameplay, or is it gonna go for the more of the Beyond Two Souls kind of gameplay? But that's a question for another day. But I mean, just from what we saw, I mean, it was exciting. The whole story of.
Oh yeah, the graphics look great. The story, the packaged people.
Yeah, Kara.
Yeah.
They're androids. So they're it looks like Kara's gonna try to it's kind of like a oppression kind of story, where they're kind of oppressed, they're kind of they're kind of banded because they're androids, and then they show signs of people protesting saying androids ruin this country and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a deep story, which Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls was a very deep story as well. So I can't wait to see which way they decide to flesh this out. Like you said, it's one of those it just looks amazing. From the trailer, you just can tell it's gonna be a great game, a great story.
You could just right off the bat, you can tell the story's just gonna be too good because, like you said, you see the protesting, you see this girl. She looks a little more curious. What was her name? Kara.
Kara, yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of looking around.
She's trying to figure out her world and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I mean, it just.
I mean, if they could do an open world on that, that'd be amazing, but it's very unlikely.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows what they're gonna go with? But it just looks pretty good. I like everything. The tone of the trailer just kind of set it off. It's gonna be a dark kind of tone, the oppression feeling and all that stuff. It just looks really nice and really polished off for a game. So I can't wait for that comes out. Did they show a release date?
I don't believe so. And we have the trailer on our channel, but
Yeah, we have the trailer on our channel,
I don't
but
think there was a release date to it.
was it? I don't remember I don't remember that either. So, I mean, if push comes, that game they've been working on it for. They said they've been working on it for a while, so I would like to see that in 2016. Personally,
Oh yeah.
I have Heavy Rain. I never played Beyond Two Souls, but I have Heavy Rain. I know the story of Beyond Two Souls, so I kind of want to see. I guess I had to pick up Beyond Two Souls to pick up just kind of see where it goes, because I think that's the one that's gonna try to copy the most. But I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come out. So I'll buy that.
Jesse, what was your favorite trailer?
That was the Need for Speed.
The Need for Speed trailer.
Oh.
Very, very.
You want to talk about that, Jesse? Because you said you've been wanting to talk about that for a while. So
No, I didn't.
yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said
Jesse,
we got the text for that. We got the text for that too. I got text for everybody. I got you guys. Don't try to front out now. I got you guys here. Let's see. I'll read that one. Here it goes. I watched the Need for Speed trailer, and I'm gonna do that one. It looks cool. Just read up on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. There you go, Chris. I got him just like I got you.
Oh, well, the Need for Speed. I always like racing games, anyways. By the way, this game comes out on November 3rd.
It's coming out next week.
Yup. Like, I remember playing the first. Well, my first Need for Speed was when it was for the GameCube, and it was called Need for Speed Underground.
You got it for the GameCube. I had it for the PS2.
Nah. Well, I had it for the
me
GameCube.
too,
It's like one of the
PS2.
launch titles, I guess you could say.
I had it for the PS2. I remember that one on the PS2. I didn't buy it till after because the first time I saw it was like my cousin had it, and I remember him playing it, and then I picked it up. I mean, Need for Speed. I love the soundtrack from Need for Speed.
Yeah, they had some great.
Yeah.
They were playing some Exhibit type of shit. Like
Yeah, they had Exhibit, Ludacris, Little John.
Yeah.
I remember all that. And I remember like, oh, okay, here we go. It's time to get it popping.
It's a good game.
Like you could throw a party with like the music from Need for Speed.
Yeah.
And I mean, the heavy customization. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like I remember the Need for Speed Underground too. You could customize the inside. You know?
Yeah, you can customize the interior, even though you never, saw the interior, you can still customize it.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
You know, it was a lot of cool stuff with Need for Speed, and I mean, later on during the branch, I mean, Need for Speed really lost its sense. If you've played any of the latest Need for Speeds, they don't have that same feeling that you played when you played Need for Speed 1 and 2 Underground.
Oh.
No,
I kind of gravitated to the Midnight Club type of thing.
Midnight Club, yeah, a lot of people did that. I never got into Midnight Club.
It was a pretty good game.
I mean,
Especially the first ones that came out. That's a really good game.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Need for Speed was like the game that set these racing games into the public eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before before that, you'd never heard of the street racing game, and then Need for Speed came out, and then all these other games started coming out, like Midnight Club, like games like Gran Turismo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Drive Club after Need for Speed. So Need for Speed kind of brought that type of game into like the public view, and Need for Speed took off like crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone who was anyone had Need for Speed at that moment or heard of Need for Speed. So I mean, there's a lot about it. But just the last Need for Speed game I bought, just out of nostalgia, was Need for Speed Pro Racer. That game sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
The title sounds like it sucks.
It makes you do so much that you don't want to do. Like it makes you learn to be like an actual racer. Like after
ain't that the point of a game?
like no, like in Need for Speed, the Underground and Underground 2, you could just kind of hit the accelerate button and just go around and stuff like that. And this one is like so serious. You gotta push the clutch. You gotta shift. You gotta. Yes, there's like so much to it now. And you got to do the burnout before you leave, and if you don't do a good burnout, you don't get a good time and all this stuff. I'm like,
kind of sounds like too much.
Yeah, it was a little too much for me when I played it, and then I kind of regretted buying it. And then, like I said, Need for Speed lost its touch to me after 2. I played Need for Speed 2, and then the Need for Speed Most Wanted games and all that. I just kind of faded away from Need for Speed. But EA has said that this is going to be a reboot of the series. So they're gonna like reboot it. They said it's not gonna be Need for Speed Underground 3, but they're gonna try to get like the core of what made those games amazing and try to bring it back to this Need for Speed. So last time
it's like a good game. I mean, they're gonna have 5 modes, which is speed, which is regular street races, time attacks and all that stuff. The second one is style, where you drift and jump off of little ramps and all that stuff. And then there's also build where you can customize your car. It goes pretty nice into these. So like you can customize the tire pressure, the steering responses and all that stuff.
Sweet.
It goes pretty nice in detail. There's also crew where you can drive around with the crew, challenge other crews and all that stuff. And then Outlaws, which there's get away from the cops, cause trouble.
I think Outlaws was implemented in Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think they're bringing that from.
I thought it's always been there, consoles changed around.
Not on the first two. Not that I remember. Need for Speed and Need for Speed Underground, you were just kind of able to race around and no cops would come.
Well, I remember I bought Need for Speed Most Wanted. You know.
That's what I'm saying. I think they've taken that from Need for Speed Most Wanted.
That's pretty nice.
Because in the originals Need for Speed, you could just kind of race around and no one cared. you're just going like 200 miles an hour down the street and everyone's like, oh, we'll just honk.
But Need for Speed Most Wanted, that's pretty nice. You know, you get chased around and you have to dodge and all that stuff.
So one thing I don't like about this game in general is that it is going to be online connected. You have to be online to play the game. It's a requirement. So that's one of the things I kind of don't like what they're doing here. Like I said, it's probably one of those things like, say I don't have internet connection and I want to buy the game, they're kind of like taking that person out of the mix. So who knows how people feel about that. Personally, I don't like it, but everyone has their thing. But one of the things that I remember seeing is that this is also going to be like that there won't be any like DLC per se. All additional content will be like free.
That's nice.
And it'll be uploaded on a mandatory update. So like you'll get all the free content. You'll get all like the stuff like new skins packs and stuff like that through a mandatory update. So pretty nice. I mean, I guess that's the reward that they said they were going to give you for having online connectivity. But yeah, Need for Speed. I mean, I hope it comes back to its old glory. Need for Speed. I love that game. So
nice.
Yeah.
It's going to be available for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Great memories too, like the soundtrack. Just talking about that right now. Soundtrack. I don't think I'm gonna like the soundtrack on this one. I mean, I'm not really.
Some 2 Chainz, Kevin Gates.
See, I don't mind 2 Chainz. I don't really like Kevin Gates though. I mean, I don't think Juicy J's gonna be on there. I don't think so. There's gonna be like more mainstream kind of music.
Yeah.
Probably some Fetty Wap and stuff like that.
We'll see.
Trap Queen. Yeah, they probably will play it. They probably will be on there.
That shit goes hard.
Like, well, who do you? Let's talk about that. Who do you think is gonna be on the soundtrack for?
I think you said mainstream.
Probably, yeah. He's probably gonna be on there.
Yeah.
I can't feel my face is gonna be on there. That's for sure. 2 Chainz is probably gonna be on there. I wouldn't mind some 2 Chainz. Was he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Fast and the Furious like him forever. So.
The last one came out. He played the song.
What song was it, Jesse?
It was dedicated to Paul Walker.
Dedicated to Paul Walker. Are you sure it wasn't Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah, it was a Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah,
song. I was like, you sure? It's a Wiz Khalifa song.
The Fast 5? 2 Chainz? I don't even think 2 Chainz was around during Fast 5. Chris, you're way off.
He was around, but like he wasn't like
Wasn't he with Player Circle?
Yeah.
This kind of turned into a hip hop kind of thing.
I don't know. I'm not really into that music.
Whatever, Jesse.
History stuff.
Whatever.
But you guys brought up, was it Gran Turismo earlier?
Yeah.
This is funny. I got a little story to share. I think I was like 11 or 12. I wanted Grand Theft Auto 3. I told my mom. She brought me
Gran
Gran
Turismo.
Turismo 3.
That sucks.
I was so disappointed.
I'd have been pissed if that would have happened.
That was just like one of those things. Well, that's the end of the story there.
That's the end of the story. Yeah, that kind of does suck. I mean, I kind of figured you were going to say something like that when you said Gran Turismo.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I can see that happening, though.
Especially if you don't know about video games.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
It says Grand.
Give me the Grand game.
I've always hated Gran Turismo. I never really liked it.
You should probably at Target. How old is he? He's like, 11, 12.
Oh, okay. It's the racing game.
This one, yeah.
It's the racing game. Especially at Target.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, oh yeah, here's this one.
They recommend you the shit game.
They recommend you like the age appropriate stuff. And like if you go to like some other, yeah. My dad's coming. All right, here we go. That's kind of what they do, but yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into the next topic. Let's talk about Halo a little bit. Just off the bat, Halo came out this Tuesday, I want to say. Been going on with some great reviews. The hype is real. Halo is doing amazingly well all over the place. That's one of the games I really want to get. I haven't gotten my Xbox One yet, but I really want to get it for that game. I definitely want to get the Halo console. But a lot of people are saying that the story's pretty bland, and that's kind of what I go for. But just wanted to bring that up. Like Halo, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the new Halo game? Multiplayer.
Yeah, that's all I care about too.
That's all you guys care about.
Halo, like the story's good. But I'm not gonna lie. I finished 3, but Reach. No, I finished that one too. I never finished 4. I just went straight to the multiplayer.
You went straight to the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I really want to hop into Halo 5 Guardians. I haven't played Halo since I want to say Halo 2. So I haven't played Halo in a while. So.
You played Halo 4 like 3 weeks ago over here.
Well, you know what I mean. Like I didn't,
understand.
like I haven't sat down and like actually played it and go through the story and stuff.
You were sitting down here.
Was it Halo 4? No, it wasn't.
It was a mix. It
was the Master Chief Collection, but we weren't playing Halo 4. We were playing the original Halo.
We played a couple levels when we played in the mix. Yeah, we played 4 because that's what we have on our channel.
You guys played 4. You and Jesse.
You were in the room, so it counts as you too.
Yeah, you were physically there.
I played Halo 1.
Guilty by association.
Oh well. I played Halo 1. I didn't play Halo 4.
You touched the controller when it was on the screen.
When it was on Halo 1.
When it was on Halo 4.
I don't remember that.
You pushed pause.
I pushed pause? Oh,
Maybe,
shit.
I don't know, I just made that up. Either way you play.
Yeah, I remember playing that, so I really want to hop back into Halo, but anyway, let's go ahead and jump into probably one of the other topics that we have. So, Nintendo has come out and gave details on their new mobile phone game, and I know a lot of people are thinking mobile phone games, who cares about those? But I think this really has to do just because it's Nintendo in general. Nintendo is that company that you love or hate. Like, okay, so let me explain why I think a lot of people are talking about this. Like when you're a PlayStation fan or you're an Xbox fan, the line is drawn right in the middle. Either you hate Xbox or you love Xbox, or you hate Sony or you love Sony. There's no in between.
I love both.
But I'm just giving an example here. But with Nintendo is that company that you either hate, you love, you're embarrassed to say that you love it, or you're just like, I'm waiting for them to be great again like they used to be. So you don't support it. So I think that's why a lot of people are getting Nintendo this whole smartphone thing. Because besides that, who really talks about smartphones? Like smartphone games. Like, who cares about Angry Birds? No one covers that.
Yeah, not really.
No one covers Candy Crush. No one covers anything to that. But so this whole Nintendo thing, and I think this is like one of those things where Nintendo is kind of taking a turn for the better. Like Nintendo used to live in their own little world. You know what I mean? They're on their own little island. Where if you wanted to be a Nintendo fan, you had to jump over to Nintendo and do what they wanted to do. And so so now kind of them doing these smartphone games is kind of them saying, hey, we want to outreach to the fans. We're trying to turn back because everyone always blamed Nintendo for being like this old school, like stuck in their ways kind of thing. But now they're embracing smartphones and everything. And then with the new NX, it's rumored to have these new upgraded chips and stuff like that. So I think that's why this is getting a lot of press coverage. It's not because it's a great smartphone game, but because it seems to put the sign that Nintendo is kind of turning for the better.
Any chance has that app already came out, the game?
No, it's coming out in 2016.
What are the details on
it? It was going to come out in 2015, but they delayed it to 2016. It's called Miitomo. It'll be a free-to-play game with, here's a quote, with attractive add-ons that people can pay for. So, obviously, microtransactions, of course. All smartphone games are like that. And it's supposed to be like this social kind of game. It's supposed to be kind of like you can create a me, like which is like your avatar for the Nintendo stuff, and you can like interact with other people across the world, and get new messages and interact with your friends over that. It's kind of stuff like that. That kind of way. I guess if you play Tomodachi Life, that's kind of what I think they're going for there, with the Miitomo thing. But yeah, like I said, this isn't Nintendo's first foray into smartphones. The Pokemon Company, which Nintendo owns part of, have released games like Pokemon trading cards for the iPad, Pokemon Shuffle, and then the most recent one that they're going to release in 2016 is the Pokemon Go, which is so far my favorite kind of smartphone game that they've announced so far.
Remember the picture I sent you?
Oh yeah, Team Rocket.
Yeah, watch out for Team Rocket.
Watch out for Team Rocket, guys.
They'll try to steal your Pokemon.
They'll try to steal your Pokemon.
They keep the phone too.
So, I mean, and they also revealed their membership program. You know, Nintendo had the Nintendo Rewards Club where you bought Nintendo stuff, you gained points, coins, where the points were coins, and you can get free download games on there.
Really?
Yeah, so you can get like old school games like probably like Golden Sun and stuff like Yoshi's Island, and games for like, they would cost a certain amount of coins, and if you had enough coins you can get that game for free, a download code. So they're bringing, and you know, they canceled that in, I want to say June. They stopped doing that, but they have a new rewards program called My Nintendo. It's kind of more of an interactive thing where you can, because back then you had to be logged on to your like you have to be logged to your Nintendo account and stuff like that. But this, you can like activate it anywhere. You can like mess with your settings and everything from a computer, from a smartphone, from a tablet, instead of having to do it from your Wii U or 3DS kind of console. The loyalty program, you redeem points by purchasing games, just like Nintendo Rewards. And you get, and another thing is, if you play a game, this is what they said: if you play a game, you get rewards as well for playing the game. I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe you play a certain amount of hours, you get like a certain amount of points.
Well, you know, this kind of goes like into the Xbox thing, where if you play a game, you get an achievement, you unlock an avatar item.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so but this is like, they're gonna give you points instead, so you can use your points for whatever you want.
You get points on Xbox too, right? Well, you can't spend them or anything.
Nah, you get like
You just
gamer
you just
score.
unlock, yeah.
Gamer score.
Mine's like 40,000, by the way.
Yeah, so like in this one,
Just saying.
so in this one you get like those points, and you can like decide to spend them on like, oh, Mario 64 or, you know, some other stuff.
That's
So
cool.
kind of like how you used to do like Microsoft points.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like you would be able to earn them if you like bought like a couple movies and.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing here. But like the thing is that if you play the game, they say if you play the game, you get rewards from it. You get points. So I don't know how that works. I guess a certain amount of hours or stuff like that. I mean, the Nintendo, I don't know why they let go of the original Nintendo Club, because it was really good. You could get like free stuff, free toys and stuff like that if you had enough points, free games. Like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It came with like a little download code from if you bought a Nintendo
a
game.
little booklet or whatever.
Yeah. So stuff like that. So I don't know why they stopped doing that. I think that was a pretty...
It was like you could get like the exclusive Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, you could get like, I remember, I think if you had enough points, you could get like one of the amiibos off the Nintendo Rewards.
Oh, really?
I think it was a Golden Mario or something like that.
Oh damn, that's cool.
Yeah, so you
eBay.
can get a Golden Mario amiibo. But yeah, I don't know why they stopped that. I thought it was a pretty cool program, and that's gonna launch. Oh, you can get discount coupons as well for stuff like that. I don't know how that one's gonna work.
Just like Power Up Rewards.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
except better.
I don't know about that.
I mean, Power Up Rewards, like the stuff that they offer you is like,
Garbage.
yeah, like you have to spend like 20,000 points for like a poster.
It's like 10,000. Yeah, I got me one of those watches. It's the shape of a skull made up of little controllers.
Yeah, and how much did it cost you? Like,
I think it was like 50. No, it was like 10,000 or 11,000.
no, there's no way it's 10,000. I swear those like watches and stuff are like 50,000 points or something like that.
Yeah, they have a Assassin's Creed watch right now that wallet that I really want. It has like you know how he has the straps on the chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that for the front of the wallet.
And like all this stuff is like crazy expensive, like from points. But yeah, who knows how that work. But looking forward to that. Looking forward to all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Paris Game Show. Check out the trailers and stuff. That was great. And that's pretty much it. So remember, guys, stay frosty.
Stay classy.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come back to Nerdy Network News this week for all things nerdy, all things networky, and of course the news.